And we're back for another observability lab. Today's topic, as you can see on the screen, network monitoring in Dynatrace. Historically, Dynatrace, we started on the application layer and we are gradually making our way down the stack all the way now to the network. I know a lot of organizations that have used Dynatrace over the years have already ingested logs, metrics, and traces, but now we're really getting into the realm of monitoring, as you can see here, all of your routers, your switches, many different components that really make sure that your applications can run as expected, that they can communicate. And to learn more about the latest, what we have to offer in Dynatrace, I invited Lucas. Hi, Lucas. How are you doing?
Hey, Andy. Great to be here.
Hey, thank you so much. I know I had you for some videos in the past, but a
Mhm.
lot of things are changing in the Dynatrace platform. So I would really like to learn more about what's new in Dynatrace in terms of network monitoring and why do we see more and more organizations also moving their network monitoring from their existing tools that they have into Dynatrace. Please fill us in.
Yeah, that's great, Andy. Thanks for the intro there. So Dynatrace has been able to monitor the network in many different ways for many years. Going back 8+ years, you would get a Davis problem card that said the root cause is the network. And often this was good enough for many of our customers when we were kind of focused more on the application teams, et cetera. But really what we start to see now is that, customers really want a single unified observability platform for
Mhm.
their entire enterprise. And, now it's not just dozens of developers, but it's hundreds or thousands of users across an organization. So the days of having a specialist tool for the network and a different one for a database and a different one for XYZ, these are quickly coming to an end as these specialist tools are not really keeping up with the cloud and AI era.
Mhm.
So really, customers are demanding kind of this unified observability platform. So today we'll talk a little bit about the investments we've made in network monitoring and Dynatrace, and essentially how we allow customers to monitor tens of thousands of network devices using a myriad of different signals, and then how you can see all the information in the different apps in Dynatrace.
Cool. And just like one quick thing, it seems ping SNMP and SNMP traps are still around. I remember those protocols in my early days of engineering, and it's just interesting to see that this is this broad range of different ways on how to really get a full overview, broad overview of all of your network components. Yeah.
Yep. So all of those are still there today, and then we're actually working right now on a preview with a few customers where we connect to different network management platforms like Cisco DNA
Mhm.
and are able to take all the topology and metrics and all the great things directly there as well.
Cool.
So things are slowly changing, but many customers still have a lot of network devices out there, using protocols that we've trusted for 30+ years.
Yeah.
All right, should we get started with a demo?
I would say the demo would be awesome because this is why people are here.
Great, let's do it. So here we have the launcher in Dynatrace. This is where most users get started. Down here at the bottom, we have an app called Discovery and Coverage. So this is really meant to be the home of the Dynatrace admin, the Observability Center of Excellence, the users that are really in charge of making sure that an entire enterprise is covered with monitoring. So here we recently released a network coverage page. So this one gives you an overview of all of your network devices and goes hand in hand with an extension we released related to SNMP auto discovery. So here we can see the different segments that I've already configured, but I can also create a new one. Here I pick my different ActiveGate group so that you have high availability, and then you add different network segments here. So if this was my device management VLAN, and then I can add in, which segments this is. So maybe this is 10.1.1.0/24. Whatever your network uses. We also use our credential vault so that you can securely store those community strings or SNMP v3 credentials securely in the vault. And then you kind of click through next, next, next. And then what you get are your different segments in the app, and it immediately starts scanning the network. So here we can see we scanned 1,200 IP addresses in 11 seconds. So this goes pretty quick. And you can see all the different devices we found. You can also see what type of devices we determined to be. And you can also see the network coverage as well. So here we see all of these already have ping monitoring set up, and a few of them already have polling as well.
Cool.
If I flip over to the playground environment, so this is available for anybody from the public, you can also see this as well. So here you can see there's less monitored already. So none of these are pinged. So if I wanted to set up ping monitoring, I click ping all.
That's cool.
Here you see all the devices that we've already discovered. If you already have an active gate with synthetic monitoring enabled, you would see that here. You click create, and then next thing you know, all of these are suddenly being ping monitored. So it's very easy to set up for hundreds or thousands of devices. Very similar for polling. So again, we determine what type of device it is. We have extensions based on different types of devices. So in this case, it found 3 F5 load balancers. So it automatically guides you through exactly what to do there. So you can kind of walk through exactly what you need to do for each one. So once you've done that, all of the devices show up in the Infrastructure Operations app. So again, you get to this right from the launcher, or you can also open it directly from discovering coverage as well. So everything is nice and connected. So here you see an overview of the device, all the different health metrics. You can see all the different interfaces. You can drill into the interfaces and see even more details around those as well. So there's lots and lots of great stuff here that for your average developer or someone like that, probably not super interested. But we're here kind of extending things to network teams that care about the deeper metrics. So next, once you've got all your devices there, you can see the reachability status for all of them. So this is driven based on the ping monitoring we set up earlier. So maybe next we want to also set up Syslog. So Syslog is also done with the active gate, and it's a simple config change. So you can VI that file. Let's say here I'm on my active gate, and it's simply changing false to true and then restarting the active gate. So super simple. And then suddenly you are able to get all of your Syslog in Dynatrace. It's also somewhat similar in setting up SNMP traps, another source of what's happening in your environment. So here we'll actually go to the extensions app, and we'll search for trap. And this is another one where we just do a quick configuration, which active gate we want to use, and then that's up and enabled. And you can point all your devices to send both your Syslog and traps to those devices. So it's slightly different for receiving Netflow data. So we contributed a Netflow receiver to the OpenTelemetry collector, which is then now in our Dynatrace OpenTelemetry collector. So that's our fully supported distribution of OpenTelemetry collector. So if you ever have an issue with it, you can always open a support ticket with Dynatrace. And even though it's open source, we're still there for you and able to help you troubleshoot. So enabling that is also quite simple. You can kind of follow the instructions there. I'll flip back over to my environment here. So I created a quick YAML file. This is a copy and paste from the help docs. And then I also created another hidden file with my endpoint and my API token.
Yeah.
Not showing those today, so I don't have to change my secrets. And then to start the OpenTelemetry collector, in this case, I'm just doing Docker since it's a small demo instance. If you're doing this in production and you're doing huge deployments, obviously there's instructions for how to do this with Kubernetes as well, so that you have auto scaling and all those great things as well. So here it's just a quick command to run, nothing special. It's just loading that YAML file with the publicly available image. And then you've got it running, and you can point your network devices to send the Netflow there. So once you've done that,
in this case, that means in your case, your OpenTelemetry collector runs locally with the receiver for Netflow. The devices are pointing it to the collector, and then the collector forwards all the metrics to Dynatrace. That's really nice. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And since you're bringing all of the data into Dynatrace, you have the power of Grail and DQL to do any kind of slicing and dicing you want with the data. So here I'm looking at what's coming in from Netflow, and I just took, summing up the bytes and splitting based on the address and port. So this gives us a quick way of looking at, what are the top talkers. If I wanted to put this on a dashboard, it's another click. We can do, the same kind of thing with the Syslog data as well. So here we have what's coming in from Syslog, and I just isolated it down to interface flaps. So we can see this gigabit 01 on this particular switch went down and up and down and up and down and up and down. But the great thing about DQL is we can combine all of these signals. So if we wanted to combine that with the metadata that we knew about that switch, if we wanted to combine it with a metric, we can do all of those things together. And of course, we also give you a number of out-of-the-box dashboards to, make sure you don't have to do that much of the DQL yourself. So it gives you a good starting point, and then you can obviously customize from there to see exactly what you want, in your NOC or, on your desktop. So that makes it, pretty simple to do network monitoring in Dynatrace. We have some customers that are already monitoring, tens of thousands of network devices. Again, the release of the Netflow receiver was just in the last couple of weeks. So we're really looking forward to hearing from customers on that and, hearing great success stories.
Yeah. No, I really like that you made it so simple and easy and so well integrated into the discovery and coverage app that it's very simple to then enable all of these extensions. I thank you so much for walking us through all the different signals. And folks, if you're watching this video, make sure to also look into the description, because in the description we will have, here we go, bringing us back to the quote-unquote big screen. We will have all the links to the relevant documentation, everything that Lucas mentioned about Syslog, around Netflow. So yeah, here we go. Let's put us side by side. That's it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. It seems it's sunny where you are right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden the clouds parted and suddenly it's very sunny.
Here we go. Thank you so much, Lucas. I will have you back once there is more stuff coming out from your solution. Thank you so much.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Bye-bye.